you my text messages. And y'all be like, I'm not even fronting because I told Vern, I said, man, I never delete anything on my phone. I never do that because there's going to be a time and a place that I'm going to need that particular information, and I know that I had it, and if I delete it, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me too many times. So what I do is I just keep everybody's conversations going in my phone until that bitch tells me I'm out of room, right? And y'all are in a particular order depending on how far it texts me and who texted me through the day. So, like, she texted me at 2:15. Hell, she already down here. Like, so, and then if they don't send me another message, I don't remember to look. I know it's bad. I know it is, but I'm telling you, it has saved my ass in court and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't even get that far. I was like, what is this? Confirmation. Okay. All right. I was like, huh?
So what was the bud? What was the bud? What I say? What? I mean, not the bud.
Spiritual
the flower.
fruits.
Yeah.
It was a wall. It was like a whole wall, and it was all I saw was just thousands and thousands of different colored petals, and they were growing really fast, and then it would be fire on top of it, and it would just go away, and then they would grow back, and it would be fire. And it did this and I remember at one point in time I was like, I don't want to go back to the fire because I'm guessing this was aching.
The flower represents affliction.
Like,
yeah.
Whew.
It represents affliction. So the flowers represents fruitfulness, which Galatians 5:23 explains that. It's like
hey, my coat pocket, Debbie. Tell you, man.
Oh no, you good. What the one she had?
What?
The Bible. She still got it now. Oh.
I don't know. Vern, you got the Bible in there?
What you look. Sure. You was on there? Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. What's up? Do what now? Cup. Oh. Conscious Conversation Part 4. What's up, Baseball for Life? What's happening? There you go. I'm saving some time. Okay. Rob, what's happening? I'm good. How you, man?
What's today? Today is 18th. Okay, I think this is gonna be your journal.
All right, and look, and I got it underlined. That's crazy. Not that crazy. It's maybe 22. I got it underlined right there. So that's the flowers. Yep. Well, not reading them. I'm showing a scripture, Galatians 5:22, talking about the fruits of the Spirit.
Galatians 5:22.
Yeah. So the fire was trying to kill it, the affliction. So it's showing like, I guess you practice these, it begins to root. Don't start that. Oh my goodness.
Man, look.
Damn.
And it's like that all the time. My feet and my hands are always like that.
I'm opposite.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I call him the penguin man because he wants it like 65 degrees 24/7, and I'm like, absolutely not. No.
So all right. So talk about what you like your thoughts and feelings from the last conversation we had. And keep it to where you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Right.
I don't wanna talk about that on here. Okay. That's a private matter because yeah. But
I respect that.
Like I said earlier, you asked me about it, you know, peace. I'm at peace. Like, because whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's written as it is. If it does, I'm prepared, and I'm grateful for that. And honestly, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to like sit by myself because I've been around people this like whole time. So this week was kind of like when I was gonna do it. Now we're getting snow, so I'll be, you know, around a bunch of people. But
so you ain't really set with it yet.
I mean, I've been sitting with that for two years.
I'm saying like now though, you know what I'm saying, after hearing what you hear.
I mean, honestly, I guess why I didn't sit in it is because I have been sitting in it for so long. That was part of the reason, like, I came to have an understanding of a lot of different
stuff. So you knew, so if you say that, then you mean you already knew that?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I just felt something off. If that makes sense.
Right. No. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because you wouldn't have brought it up if you didn't. You know what I mean?
Well, I was having. We can talk about this after this. How about that? Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll save that for our conversation. Right.
So as far as your last dream that you had, how did you feel like after that? Did you have any like type of anxiety, any type of fear, any type of nothing?
So the first dream, like I told you, on nothing but a wall of flower petals, and they were just growing, just bunches and bunches of colors, and it would grow, and then all of a sudden it would be like fire, and it did this. And I remember at one point, the last time it did it, I remember I was like, I don't want to do that again, and I woke up and this was like killing me, and I woke up and put something around it and made it to where I could like numb it so I could sleep. And then when I went back to sleep, I remember being in this building, and I was standing on the outside of it like this is the edge of the building, right? And I was standing on this side of it, and I knew this explosion was coming. And I stepped on this side, and there was like debris and all this other stuff, and stuff was on fire, and you know, chaos or whatever. And I'm over here chill, calm, collective, protected, and just gravy.
That's how mine was. Mine was like, it was like gas. I just know some gas was involved and an explosion. Yeah. But I'm in it, but I'm not in it. I'm like looking down at it, but I'm like not even affected by it.
It came from my right. Whatever was to my right. And I remember I probably saw it, but I can't remember it. I just know that I knew it was coming, and I just stepped around the side of the building, and I just watched like all the stuff hit the building. It was on fire, and I was good.
So yes, that's a pending catastrophe that's about to happen. Yeah. Because I even talked about it on the last podcast I did. And then I had a dream this morning, so it's like confirmation. It's going down.
Something's about to happen.
Yep, something about to happen. So, but I think his message to us was like, "Hey, we gonna be all right. Like,
yeah, we're good.
Yeah. It's just know that it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be something big.
Yep.
Don't know exactly what it is, but yeah. Because there was a lot of broken pieces and stuff everywhere.
Cause see, with the with the 25th, the moon alignment, and then the Leo fiery full moon, it's like completion. It means completion of things. So You remember that chart I drew with the 3D, 5D,
Mm-hmm.
then the matrix in the middle? So the matrix is no longer there. It's just complete. It's either you here, you here. So like it's gonna be things gonna start happening now to like basically confirm that like either you're gonna be here or you're gonna be here. What they call so-called hell, that's gonna be the 3D. You see what I'm saying? Even though we're in it, we're not gonna be affected. You know what I'm saying? In that 3D. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it's gonna boil down to.
But you know what? Like,
And those
I've been waiting.
and even no, but look, even those that you associate with that are still in that 3D, you're gonna make a decision. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can no longer. I don't know if you heard the whole thing, but you can no longer like
it's either you in or you out.
Yeah, you can't associate because they're gonna keep you from ascending. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was talking about on the last one. I like we have to make that decision. Like you have to learn how to let associations and relationships and friendships go when it's necessary, because they can hold you back from ascending and doing your purpose because of where they're at.
Right.
You know. So it's not about like, you know, what we're used to. You know, you grew up with this person or whatever. You love this person, you like this person, they good people. It ain't about that no more. It's about who's in alignment with your wavelength. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you wanna associate people. I use terms like kindred spirits. You know what I'm saying? People that are alike, not physically, but you know, from a mental and a spiritual place. Thoughts. I see you like.
I'm all right. So all right, you know me and how I think about stuff or whatever. So okay, if you're dreaming about pending disaster, which we don't know what it is, and I'm dreaming same stuff, and you know we've never sat down and you know something that I want to start doing is you know we had talked about going through the actual text and everything and but all right, I want your theories. Okay, about the Book of Revelation. Like, okay, do you think we're in the Book of Revelation? Do you? I know we've been.
Yeah, the Book of Revelation has been from,
right.
Yeah,
but where do you think we are?
I mean, it's the thing. All right, so first of all, the Book of Revelation was a prophecy. First of all,
right, I know.
And so prophecies, even like it was like a vision. Visions and dreams are the same, so it has to be interpreted. So the things that they talk about in Revelations, they are not literal. They have to be interpreted. Okay. So I say that to say, we like what we do. What we do is like, so things happen. How can I say this? You understand? So we're like this. Like we're. How can I say it? So all right. So everything is like we're eternal. Everything like outside is eternal, right?
Right.
So what happens is everything repeats itself until it's corrected or fulfilled, if that makes sense. So this, like what we're experiencing now has happened before. We don't know nothing about it, you know what I'm saying? But it's happened before. It's happened many times. So it's like a recycle, you see what I'm saying? It's like an eternal revolvement. And until everyone gets on the same that same 5D ascension, it's gonna continue to happen. You see what I'm saying? So the Revelations, like I said, is speaking of the present. The whole any knowledge, any books, Bibles or whatever, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Torah, you have to apply it to now. A lot of people look at it as like, you know, oh, that's how it was back then, or this is where it's supposed to be in the future. It's all about the present.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to apply each book, each story to the present, and not looking at it as before and after, or what's to come.
Okay. Yeah, we most definitely need to do a series on the actual Bible. separate from this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, what you think though? What you think? What you thought?
Okay, so
What you know?
you tell me that, and I believe you wholeheartedly that the spiritual realm is real and it's more real than what we live in. But
Right.
if he
2 Corinthians 4:17-18.
but if he made everything,
Uh-huh.
so it has to be a physical because we're in physical, and we're in physical realm right a second,
Mm-hmm.
and we're encased in physical.
Mhm.
So what he spoke has to come in physical, spiritual. It has to go through all the levels, if you get what I'm saying, in order for everything to align to its purpose and where it's supposed to be at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if the physical, if in the book of Revelations, if you're telling me this, okay, so if you were to say a physical time frame, do you feel like we're close in the time frame in somewhere?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
what I'm asking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what I'm saying is like, but I think people get too caught up in they expecting things like they try to make it a timeline.
No.
Okay, we're here now, so this gonna happen this gonna happen this, and it's like that's the part I'm trying to like, not like you're not going to get it in order. You're not going to know what's going to happen when it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
There's prophecy being fulfilled in Ezekiel and all these
all
other things
that,
all at the same time. So we don't know.
Yeah. And see that, and even Revelations, they play off of prior books also. They might speak about something in Isaiah. You see what I'm saying? That he spoke of way before that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all like together.
Yeah, I just you know me, that's where my thoughts was going. You asked me my thought process.
So, but you were saying about the physical, so like in the first covenant, which people call it, it's not the Old Testament, it's the new, it's the first covenant, and then you have the renewed covenant. So in the first covenant, everything was physical.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's before the rule was, distributed to everybody. So everything was physical. It wasn't spiritual. So that's why there was physical war battles and people getting, killed, literally, and the slaughters and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? And that still plays in this and where we at now. But the whole thing is knowing that the spiritual is the source.
I agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you.
But if you don't understand that, you're gonna continue living through the physical for the physical. Okay. But when you know the spiritual is the source, you can prevent that by killing that source. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what's eternal is eternal.
Right.
What you about to say?
I was thinking you were talking about the first covenant and the second covenant.
The renewed covenant.
Renewed covenant. Mm-hmm. Well, which most people would consider the second covenant.
Right. But it takes, when you say it like that, it takes away from the first.
Right.
It still applies.
Yeah. Because he said that write my commandments on my heart.
Basically, renewed is saying that now it's spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus before it was
physical. Yeah.
So it makes it.
I was thinking about the whole lines of sacrifice and things, and I was thinking like, okay, well, everything was physical because the wages of sin is death, so that was for the sacrificial, and that's why they had to do this, because there's a physical meaning to everything, right? Mm-hmm. So they would have to perform these acts to do these things to fix it in Yahweh's eyes, and then he gave his only son or whatever.
Very strategic too, like it was very strategic stuff they had to do.
Yeah, I know. It was lengthy. It was the whole, and if you messed it up, it was not good. Right. And I was thinking about all of that because the night that I had read in Matthew about the Last Supper, and he was going through and he was talking to his disciples, and he was talking about you take the drink, this drink in my blood, and if you eat the bread, this is the breaking. It's a representation. It's a physical representation, basically, of what he was foretelling what was getting ready to happen. And
you know what all right, so let me ask you this question for you. You know what that represents, the blood and the flesh?
His body, yeah. It's a blood covenant, first off.
But okay, so do you understand what that means, though? The blood.
It's an oath. It's a blood oath, basically.
But do you understand what it means, though?
Tell me. Explain it to me.
So a lot of people don't understand that part. So we said drink my blood, and like basically you said it's a covenant. Mm-hmm. But the blood represents atonement.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when you do this, like now it's like you self-sacrificing. That means putting away your physical wants and needs. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Yeshua did. You see what I'm saying? He was the atonement for the renewed covenant.
Right.
So it wasn't about, that was his purpose. That's what he was set to do. So when people take on that oath, that's what it really represents. It's mean you're not living for your wants, like what you want to do, or how you want to do it. It's more of that self-atonement. And the body represents the flesh, which is what not literally, but that's what you want to kill. You want to devour the flesh and live in the spiritual, not walking in the flesh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, I had to write that down while it was good.
No, you good. But yeah, but that's what that represents. So, but a lot of people, again, they take it like literally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. No, you don't understand. Okay, I've told you. All right, we just had this conversation about the seeing, right? When I pray or whatever, I visualize the thing that I'm actually praying, and I had just read Matthew. I had just read, like, I'm brand new baby. I ain't even crawling yet, man. I'm still in the swaddle. Like,
yeah. Well, you and you're in the incubator,
right? Maybe, yeah. There you go.
You're in the incubator.
Anyways, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just read it, and my dad poured me a glass of wine, and I decided, I was like, I'm gonna test that theory. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I prayed over it, and I started to drink it, and I visualized that I was really drinking blood. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, it made me feel some type of way. Mm-hmm. And that's when I told you, I didn't feel right. I went into like the only vision I've ever had, the only time I've ever been in that state. Mm-hmm. And that's when I saw the angel in him. And so I'm telling you, there's something to this visual thing, or whatever. Yeah.
But and also that's a gift. That's a gift. So for you to have that, so for you to be conscious of that, that's showing you that that's a gift that you need to, like, really tap into and continue to do. What is this? I'm just showing you. Yeah, 12, 8 through 11. But yeah, so that's 8 through 11, 12.
I'm writing the book down.
So that's actually a gift that you got to be able to visualize and get the significance of it.
Chapter 12. You said what now?
I think 7 through 11. Good.
Manifestation.
Suck the whole birds. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, so that's a gift. Like it's some some people have one of them. Some people have multiple of them, you know what I mean? Like multiple gifts, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on your calling, your purpose. But you could use that for even when you meet people. You know what I'm saying? You could meet someone, and you could see something through it. You could see something about them that, you know what I'm saying, they don't even know, you know what I'm saying? That's a gift, you know what I'm saying? You might can see like some past trauma. You might can see something in the future. You know, it just depends on what did he want to show you, what did he want to reveal to you.
Right.
You know, but yeah, that's a gift. And even for yourself to be able to take a symbolic ritual and make it your own. And then also reap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, reap it, you know, and reap what it represents. So
it scared me.
No, it ain't scared. It's just, I mean, I get it because it's not, you're not.
Look, man, you didn't have the sword across your back. You did not have an angel standing across you with a sword across. How come? I don't know. Like I was terrified.
I haven't really got into my. Yeah,
I know.
I got years of.
We need to talk.
Of some experiences that.
Because we need to talk.
that people probably like, what? Yeah.
Scared the bejesus out of me. It I don't know.
You hear what you just said?
Yeah.
And that's what it need to do. Literally. That's what it need to do. Ooh, but yeah, I can go for days on my experience I had.
Well, next time we meet, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I go there now. It don't make no difference. But I'm just saying, like, experiences are like they're not meant to be understood at the time, because like a lot of them I still don't know, but some of them I'm like, oh, okay, and it's been years later, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
no, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, you will have them and you'll be like, it's gonna mess with you because you're gonna be like, what does that mean? But some stuff you just not gonna understand at the time, and then it might be maybe 10 years later you'd be like,
oh,
now I get it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but and it's all for the testimony too.
Yes, but I want to hear more about them.
What, testimonies? Mm-hmm. Or just like stuff, experiences?
Yeah.
Experiences? Well, I mean, I can get into something. Like when my third eye first opened, I wasn't like asleep. I was actually awoke. But my eyes were closed. You know how you wake up sometime and you just laying there, but you know, your eyes might be closed, but you kind of like just meditating or whatever. And that's when I experienced, like, that's when I knew my third eye open, because I had a whole visual with my eyes closed within, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like I'm somewhere else and I'm seeing these images, but I'm up and I'm like, what in the world? And I'm just looking around, you know what I'm saying? And it's just seeing these images. It started out being like a tree, this big tree. And then it went from other images, because I was already studying imagery, right? Mm-hmm. So he would show me things I'd already studied and I knew what it meant. Mm-hmm. So like if I seen like somebody working out in the gym, yeah, I knew that I needed to pray in the spirit, because when you do that, it builds your belief. It's not for show. It's not for, you know, just because you can do it. It's to build your belief, because you don't know what you're saying. You don't, you're just speaking off of, you know, what's coming to you. So I knew to do that. And then sometimes, like, if I like, say for instance, I know I'm supposed to do something, but it's not clear to me, I just feel it within me. I'm like, okay, so I do it. And then I close my eyes, I see like people stand up, clapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain little things. All this is within, like, conscious. And then like my whole like vision changed. I started to see in the spiritual realm, you see what I'm saying? But you gotta be careful because, like I say, like with me, I was in isolation. I went out here, and you can't go tell people everything. You know what I'm saying?
No,
because they not gonna understand it, and they gonna take it as
crazy.
You
you
going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know.
So, but and then at that time, it's like it's lonely because you can't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to confine in him. You know what I'm saying? With him.
Yeah.
And
To get comfortable.
And then eventually you're gonna understand it. You're gonna know what you can say and what you cannot say. All right, I give you an example. For instance, you all seen the cartoon or the show X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna give you an example of like what was going on. So like Dr. Xavier, he was the one that like started the school, whatever. So he would be like a physical Yeshua. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So what he did, he built the school for the mutants. You know what I'm saying? Because they were being outcast by society. They were being ridiculed. They were being just outcast and treated bad. It's the same with people that have gifts, spiritual gifts. You know what I'm saying? Because most people that have these spiritual gifts, I'm gonna be honest, most of them are in psychiatric hospitals. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand their gifts. They don't understand the things that they're seeing. They don't understand the things that they're hearing, and like so they're acting on everything that they're experiencing without having to understand it. Because think about it, with a gift, it don't matter if you know it or not. It's for you, but it's for you to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? So most people don't take the time to figure out them gifts because they're either too busy. They either try to cover it or subdue it through drugs, alcohol, or through relationships. Like it's like certain whatever, just like to try to like not own it. If that makes sense.
Not go down that road. Basically.
Yeah. Because they know they don't understand it. They don't so many times they, like I said, they don't understand that gift, and they act on whatever they're experiencing without fully understanding. So, and then it gets to the point where people don't believe them, or people think they're crazy, and that even flares it even more because now they feel like something wrong with them. There's something wrong, and most of them end up going like off the deep end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all right. So to go back to the X-Men thing. So what he would do was go out in the in the metropolitan city area, and he'll find these people, right, these mutants. They call them mutants on the show, and he'll bring them into the school to show them like who they are and how to use their gifts for the good. So it's kind of like that now, like So we like somebody has to be that person to be like, you know what, there's nothing wrong with you. I can explain to you why you're hearing this, or why you're seeing this, or why you feel like this, and why you know this. You see what I'm saying? And what happens is once they get on medication, that's when it gets basically locked up, and they become basically zombies to the society, because the pharmaceutical and the medical field, their thing is all about keeping people under control, and also for their gain. It's the highest money making industry in the world. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I think I talked about this in the last episode. These are like the modern day witches. You know what I'm saying? They wear white coats, and they have PhDs and such. And it's even with religion too, because even in religion, those who like the scholars, theologians, all those that go to school for it, like they know the truth. They teach them the truth, but they're only allowed to present it and speak it the way they want them to speak it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, even with like the names and stuff, they know the true names. They know, it's Yeshua. They know it's Yahweh. They know this, but they're not allowed to proclaim it that way. Why? Because they want to keep people under control. It's to just suit society. So it got to be Jesus. Right. They got to be God. They got to be Jehovah. You see what I'm saying? When these letters never existed. Until 489 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying they know the truth. But I'm just showing you how society keeps us under control. They don't want us to know the truth because they want to keep us in their control for their profit. You see what I'm saying? And they know if people this thing about like now, like I say probably the past 5-6 years, the truth has been breached. So now people starting to know the truth. Many know it and they still don't. They still gonna do what they've been doing. They're gonna keep living the way they've been living, not reforming to it. And most of those people are older, which they've been ingrained with that doctrine for 50, 60 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's hard for them to reform. But then you got the people that are younger that really wasn't. Cause like I give you example, like when I went to church, I just went because I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't paying attention. I won't. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't get like ingrained in me like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I did. I believed Jesus and all that stuff. But it wasn't too hard for me once I heard the truth to be like, okay.
Well, me neither.
I'm going to reform to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I do something right in the first place.
So we've talked about the dream or whatever of the room. Remember last time was it the last time? Yeah, this was the last time we met. I drew out the room and we did this or whatever, and I called him Yahweh, and I was like, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, why did I call him that? I've never called him that before. And I was in that room, and that was when I was pulled out, and I was looking at myself with the spirit beside me, and I saw myself. I was in blue jeans and all kind of stuff. And,
so what's so funny about that?
I mean, when I'm like in this royal room on this red carpet, these brass or lamps.
Come as you are.
I straight up did. I was like, I mean, but I don't know. It just struck me as odd in the place.
Yeah.
I was laughing about that. Anyways, but yeah, so I called him Yahweh. So I know for a fact that that's his name. Yeah.
See, I'm gonna tell you how I used to, like, what used to happen when I first found out I used to tell people, his name's Yahweh, and then it's Yeshua, the son, who was here. So they would end up like having a dream. I ain't gonna say the next day, but maybe the day after that, and they'll come and tell, and they'll be like, and like this happened, I know at least 3 times. Yeah, at least 3 times, probably more, but I know for sure 3 times. They came to me like, yo, I had a dream, man, that I was in this room. It was dark. It's the same dream too, like I'm telling you. And they would be like, I see these demons around me. And they'd be like, I'm in there rebuking them. I'm saying, in the name of Jesus, leave, in the name of Jesus, leave. And you're like, they won't go nowhere. They were just like, getting more aggressive and getting more angry. And he said, and they said, and all of a sudden I said, in the name of Yahweh. And they like looked and they were gone. And they never spoke that name before. You see what I'm saying? So for them to have that dream and speak it in the dream, that was confirmation for them to know that, yes, that's the name. That's the name that holds the power. Because there's power in the tongue. So if you speak in the name, even though you meaning this person, it don't make a difference. It's like if you go, say for instance, if you go to the bank, and I write, which they don't do this no more, but I'm just using this example. Right. If I write a check, right? If I write a check,
they still do it.
Oh, they do? Okay, I only know they still do that. But anyway, so if I write a check in your name, okay, and okay, yeah, and I call you Daisy. I know you by Daisy, right? Just go along with me. So I write the check in Daisy. Boom, 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 boom. Daisy, this your money. So you go to the bank, you get on the bank, and you get on a check. They be like, okay, you got your ID. You give them your ID. So they like, hold, this name don't match. Like, this check is written out to Daisy, but your name is Danielle. Oh no, that's what everybody call me though. Everybody call me Daisy. So that's no. It has to match your identification.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same sense. If you call on that name, if you call on Jesus and you mean Yeshua, it doesn't matter.
He didn't hear it.
He know what I'm saying. That's not his name. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's the same. It's in that same sense. It's just like God and Yahweh. Yes, I know you say God, but I know you meaning Yahweh, but we are gods. And plus, God is not a name, it's a term. It's a term. It's anything. This cup can be a god. This book can be a god. You know what I'm saying? That phone could be a god. You could be a god. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how can you associate the creator of everything with a term that we use? You know what I'm saying? Basically, what a god is an idol. That's basically what it is, an idol. Anything that you put before him is an idol. That's why he said, you are gods. There, you know what I'm saying? There are many gods. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's just an idol. You know what I'm saying? So again, the truth is the truth.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want, like I said, you can call it whatever you want to call them.
He ain't stop all them moons.
Right.
He didn't stop all the moons because the moons was gonna kill me. They was gonna crush me.
But you was about to say something.
So for context, y'all, I had a dream about a room with a dome, and it had a bunch of moons in it, and I saw it, and they started turning like a bubblegum machine, and I felt like they was gonna crush me, and I called out to Yahweh. And nothing happened. I was pulled out of my body looking at myself while this is going on. And then I kind of went back in my body and I peeked and I saw a moon float down into my hand. And then I woke up from the dream.
What did I tell you that represented?
It represented, the moons represented people. Mm-hmm. And I guess their burden or them being like a burden. Mm-hmm. And the weight of it, I felt like it was going to crush me because it was all these like demands of people that I was trying to meet.
Oh, okay.
And he was coming in to show me that the only thing that I needed was him. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was basically like me coming into one with him.
So you remember, like, so January 25th when they had that full moon with the planet alignment, mm-hmm. like. And it made me think of this when you said about all the moons. Mm-hmm. So like we took pictures. I was in Charlotte. We took pictures outside of the moon. You could see one thing about these phones now, they pick up a lot of shit that we can't see. Mm-hmm. I could not see. Like when we took the pictures, I'm looking like, hold on. We saw so many planets around that moon. It was like more than 20 in the camera. My sister actually took a picture. I think she sent them to me.
You got to send me those.
But you couldn't see but one beside it. It was very bright. But when you took the picture, it was so many around it. I'm talking about they were all over. What they have how can I say it? What they have basically put out for us to see. It's a lot. It's more than what they put out. Cause it's no way all those planets could be around like that, and it's only supposed to be 9 planets in this something like that. And not only that, it was like one picture. It was like 3 moons. It was like you could see you know what I'm saying. And I say that to say this, even this world is bigger than what they show us. You see what I'm saying? Because for instance, there's certain places that you can't even fly over because they don't want you to, especially when you get down to Antarctica. Mm-hmm. And that's where it's a whole nother world over there. You see what I'm saying? But only thing we see is what, like I said, what they give us. I ain't gonna get into the round, the flat thing, but you know.
I believe it's flat.
Right, because what the round represents is the stratosphere, which is a firmament. Right. And so if it goes like this, then you know it has to go. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, that's just, you know.
Yep. No, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I show you.
And see, I've had. Okay, I give this dream I had too. I was flying. Like I had this many times, but I didn't get it until like maybe a couple of years ago. So I would always be flying, and I could do it like consciously. Like I know I'm about to run and take off and fly. And like the only way I would do it is if I really believed that I was gonna fly. There's been times where I try to fly and I couldn't because I won't really believe in it. So all right. So anyway, the times I would fly, I would go and I would just try to like leave, like go high, like go as high as I can. That's always been my mission. And I will always go up to the point where I could see like the whole world. And then they'd be like, stop. I'm like, why can I go? I'm trying to go to, and I'm thinking I want to go to space, but I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Every time. So now like it makes sense. Like we cannot like all that shit was like man with space, man on the moon. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been outside of this firmament. You know what I'm saying? And we never will. You know what I'm saying?
Not physically, no.
No. Yes, yeah, not physically. That's right.
Not
That's right.
physically, no. You
So
won't.
you know what I'm saying? Like so, that's why I say like a lot of things that we've been taught that was true is a lie. Again, they don't want us to know everything because they lose control. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, they don't want people to, I guess, freak out or whatever. But you know, that's the advantage when you're in the 5D because you see the lies for the lies and you see the truth for the truth, and it don't matter like what anybody says or or nothing like that because you know it to be true because you just know. What's up?
I was thinking about a dream about the building. So remember I told you I moved before it exploded, right? But the explosion was waiting on me to move out of the way so it wouldn't hurt me.
Yeah.
Anyways. Because I remember I knew it was coming and I stood there and watched it. And I do this all the time in my dream. I see explosions a lot in dreams. I've seen blue fire, all kinds of stuff or whatever. And I'll stand there and watch it. And then I'm like, okay, I need to go now. And I'll just leave and everything will happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this here, I'm get into the